Good afternoon and welcome back to Do's and Don'ts, installment number 6. Today's title, Staying on the Correct Side of the Shark. First, the do. If you have an accusation to make, state it simply and directly, as Michele Bachmann does with this accusation of crony capitalism.
And they have political donors, and then they use their position of power to benefit those political donors.
Beautiful. Wonderfully done. Now, bring it home by specifying the target.
Remember again what this is. This is a unilateral action that the governor of Texas took.
She shoots, she scores. At this point, there is just one huge don't to speak of. Don't say anything crazy. And if you are crazy, just stop while you're ahead. Don't do what Michele did.
There's a woman who came up crying to me tonight after the debate. She said her daughter was given that vaccine. She told me her daughter suffered mental retardation as a result of that vaccine.
Okay, I'm going to expand on the whole don't say anything crazy advice and add... Don't say anything crazy, deranged, bizarre, preposterous, paranoid, absurd, or unintentionally comical. And for God's sake, don't say something that's all of those things at once.
Oh, yeah, that can happen.
Not pointing any fingers here, but...
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
That's it for this installment of Do's and Don'ts.
Poor Michele. I was even on her side yesterday, wasn't I? Yeah, I actually caught her telling the truth in an act of desperation to try and stand out from the pack. She decided, well, I'll do something that they won't do. I'll tell the truth. But, she started off lying. She did. She started off with Obama stole $500 billion out of the Medicare system. Well, today that was fact checked, and it said Michele Bachmann told us that, quote, we know that President Obama stole over $500 billion out of Medicare to switch it over to Obamacare. He cut Medicare by $500 billion. This is a Democratic president. The liberals, so to speak, cut Medicare. That was Mitt Romney adding his fuel to the fire. Except that no one stole anything, and Medicare was not cut by $500 billion, which is what I've been trying to tell you. Here are the facts. Nobody cut anything from the Medicare budget in the health care reform bill. The actions taken in the legislation are designed to slow the growth of Medicare spending without cutting any benefits. Not 1 cent that would have gone to Medicare is being shifted over to a program created by, and they decided in Mother Jones today to call it Obamacare. Rick Unger, who wrote this fact check, said, for the first time, readers, I readily use the term Obamacare because I believe that this name will ultimately stand as an honor to the president who made it happen. With respect to the infamous $500 billion, the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office has made it clear that the bulk of the projected savings come from 2 primary sources: ending the subsidies to health insurance companies who offer Medicare Advantage programs and reining in the growth of payments to physicians. The remainder comes from cutting back on the waste and fraud that have long been rampant in the Medicare system. Let's begin with the Medicare Advantage program, established via the Medicare Modernization Act of 2003. I'm now adding my thoughts here, which was voted on at 3 o'clock in the morning so that you would not know about it. They held that vote open for an illegal amount of time. That was law-breaking, but okay, I digress. The Medicare Modernization Act of 2003, a Bush GOP creation, was ostensibly invented to encourage Medicare beneficiaries to gravitate towards privately operated insurance programs, pursuant to their theory that the private sector would do a better job of delivering care to our seniors than the government. Except the private sector has a profit motive built in, and Medicare does not.